It's not like they're just little babies rolling through the internet like, ooh, gaga, I said a slur. Why would you hold me responsible for what I say? Yeah, Ref is very popular, apparently. I've seen Ref, like, twice, like I said. I've seen the videos twice. I don't know which videos it was, so it was like a while ago. I'm gonna be honest, I never liked VShoujo for various reasons, but out of all VShoujo VTubers, I liked Weibei the least. Yeah, Weibei, I didn't really like Weibei's vibes very much either. I don't know, but I never watched her content, so I don't really have much of an opinion on her. That's my statement for most VTubers is I never watched their content. I'm sorry. I don't have a million hours in the day. So anyway, this person, Ref, it's Ref. Literally, that's his name. Weibei uses a slur on stream, and VTubers are pissed. Basically. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He uses this model, which by the way, wait, do I have my thing? Which by the way, twinning? Are we twinning? Are we literally twinning? I don't want to be twinning. Can I please stop twinning? I have stopped twinning actively. Yeah. He's he. He is 100% he, as far as I know. Not this guy. I know, right? I want to start beef. I want to start conflict. I want to construct some conflict. A little bit, maybe. This is like somebody talking about Ben Shapiro, I feel like. I don't know. Is he comparable to Ben Shapiro? We should watch the fucking video. I don't know. I don't know him that well. Who's the real Zecke? Me, I swear. Okay. Hey.
24 hours or so, there's been
the last 24
guys,
hours.
Ref here.
Twinning,
so
but like negative.
24 hours or so, there's been a whole slew of drama involving the VTuber Weibei. Many Twitter users, including other VTubers, have claimed that she has ruined her career after using a slur during her re-debut stream that took place yesterday. A re-debut is an indie that, of course, comes after her recent departure from VShoujo.
I wonder how can you... Well, okay, I guess I talked about it for 15 minutes there. I was like, how can you talk about this for this long? But I guess he looks at a lot of stuff. I need glasses. No, I don't. I don't want to twin that hard. Hi, Aiden! We're talking about somebody I don't think I like. Probably. Oh yeah, it's inspired by Nico Yoshisawa? Is that her last name? No, I don't know. Nico Ni, that person, I guess. His glasses are so infuriating to me, by the way. Like, I keep just staring at them because they're so big. They look so weird on his face, but like not in a bad way even. Like, I'm not hating on the design or anything, but like I keep staring at them. I get distracted.
Now, there's a pretty simple way to sum up this entire drama. And one word comes to mind. I think it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, seriously, at the end of the day...
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you did there. So I guess people still have it in their heads. It's okay to say. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of a nuanced issue. I don't think it's a black and white issue. I don't think it's completely like... I don't think it's comparable to other words, necessarily. But it depends who says it and why and how.
I think this boils down to Weibei using the R word for the purposes of being edgy and for attention, and then the entirety of the VTubing scene predictably having a communal therapy session about it and giving her the exact attention that she wants and basically promoting her return as an indie VTuber with her community that clearly doesn't really care much about her using this word.
Yeah, but like, she's already huge. I know people say all publicity is good publicity, and maybe that's true to a certain degree, but like, Weibei is pretty huge, isn't she? Like, does it really matter if people talk about it? Like, she's huge. The R word, that word. Yes, the R word. Yes.
Well, let's play the clip in question, the clip that everyone is talking about right now.
See you later! What did I say? Would I close now?
We're gonna see the clip.
Can I still like a version of it?
We're gonna see the clip, but I know YouTube doesn't mind. I'm pretty sure YouTube doesn't mind, so I can see it. I can show it. I don't know about the music though, so like, why is your music so loud? What the fuck?
See you later, retards! Peace the fuck! I'm stuck! Peace out!
Honestly, when I heard that Weibei used a slur on stream, I thought it was going to be something much more extreme, like she directed it at another person. This was a pretty Weenie Hut Jr. use of a slur. But
I like how he's ranking slurs. He's like, well, the way that I know my Weibei, I thought she said the N-word. No, that's not what you said, but like, it sure did sound like that for a second. It's amazing to me that the R word gets people canceled these days. Kids call, well, yeah, the words change. Words do change, that's true. She did ableism, yeah. Yeah, this is why I know about this. I heard it from Powder. Yeah, same. This is also the first time that I heard about it, is Powder's tweet, actually, which, fun. That's how I get my news. It's Twitter.
Nonetheless, it got people offended, which is hardly surprising. When she used this term, very obvious that she was trying to be edgy and get attention from using it. And everyone fell for the bait, okay? She got a ton of attention. There's threads all over the VTubing scene about this.
But see, Powder also wrote the word. Yeah, that's true. So, well, yeah. So is it really that big of a problem to just say it? I think it's the context that's problematic. I also think it's more of a nuanced issue than some people would say, or like some people that he's also going to talk about in the video. I think depending on, like, who you are, like, are you, for example, like, let's just say autistic, for example. Yeah, are you diagnosed? I think you can probably say it if you want to. That's my personal opinion on the matter. Also, you know, a couple of years ago, if you said it a couple of years ago, I wouldn't mind about that. Personally, I don't want to say it, but, like, Why did he censor it, though? Like, you literally played the clip. Why are you censoring it now? Do you think YouTube's gonna demonetize you for that? She's canceling it. She's being cancelled for it. Well, I mean, is she though? Is she? Honestly, I have not seen that much of like, ooh, bring her down. More just discussion about the subject matter. But we're gonna continue on. Hi, Victor, by the way. Hello, welcome. Are the news old now? Yes, the news are in fact old now. In my opinion, if you're on the spectrum, yeah. In my opinion, yes. Because like that's exactly that's with all slurs. Like, with the F slur, if you're a gay man, people say it, but like otherwise don't say it, you know? That's how slurs work. Why am I explaining slurs to you?
This is the main thread.
But yeah, I think so.
Nearly a million
personally,
views.
It's just my opinion.
200 plus quote retweets, hundreds of replies, and people are debating on whether or not it was okay for her to use that word, and also just whether it's okay for anyone under any context to use that word. The point of all this is going to be, I'm going to show some differing opinions about it. The point is, people have widely different responses to someone saying that word. There is no one set consensus on this word's use or how people should or shouldn't use it, okay? And personally, you hear me saying R word, okay? I self-censor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't say it, so I guess you agree with people who you would usually call Volkskolds in this case? I don't know. Ref's take on this is the least insightful he could have come up with. There's no nuance. He just writes, it's promoting her. Well, so far, but we're like 2 minutes in. Let's see the rest of the video to see what his actual take is.
This is how I've always treated this word. I'm not morally grandstanding.
But I feel like she is, I don't know if she should be saying it.
I just don't like the idea of possibly getting bonked by YouTube and also pissing off my audience or a portion of it because of a word that I don't really care to use in the first place. It's just not important to me. But let's look at some of these responses. This person saying, I don't think anyone should be using it. It's a gross word even when it's not directed at someone.
Hello, we're talking about Vebe news today. We are talking about Vebe news.
This person saying, I'm autistic and I don't think it should be used at all by anyone. There is no possible way to reclaim it, honestly, and it doesn't need to be a part of anyone's vocabulary.
I think you can reclaim it. The thing is, Bebe knows it's controversial, and she said it deliberately. Yeah, I think that makes it worse, kind of. I think that honestly makes it worse. The way, because, like, she used it in a way that it's, like, baity, you know? She wants to get this kind of attention, and, like, that's something. One of the things that makes her unlikable, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, the way that it's calculated and stuff. I feel like that makes it worse. I think she did probably say it to be edgy. I think. I do think so, especially because you gotta put this in context too, especially with the way that she responded back at it when people brought it up, you know, because she did respond to this, and we already saw that in the other video. Like, she wants to get that sort of attention from that side of the internet, basically, you know? Doesn't giving her attention for it give God, I cannot read. Doesn't giving her attention for it give her an incentive for behavior like this? Probably. But at the same time, I think it's absolutely fine to call it out still, you know? Because, like, if you're gonna just never talk about problematic stuff that people do because it gives them attention and they like that, it's like, at that point, you can't talk about anything anymore, right? I think. Also, for me personally, she's huge, so it's not like it matters. I can do whatever because I'm a small VTuber. I'm so free.
If you know this makes people feel uncomfortable, I would go out of my way not to use it. It costs nothing to try and make others as comfortable as possible and be inclusive. If y'all are subtweeting about Vebe, I'll cry. It's not okay to say the R slur. Literally, it's not okay ever. Just stand up for these smaller voices and let your communities know you're a safe space for them. That's all we want. This person saying, personally, I don't give a F. I am neurodivergent, but it doesn't really offend or bother me, especially in a joking manner. However, if someone is straight up throwing them, trying to belittle, abuse, or bully a person, that's where I draw the line, but to each their own, of course. More people saying,
yeah, I guess he's getting general opinions of stuff.
Even as someone who can reclaim it, I don't reclaim it at others, at myself, and like 2 close friends, but no one else. Another user saying, I'm neurospicy myself.
I want to comment on the neurospicy. You take your turn. Neurospicy is funny. I like that. The thing I hate about cancel culture is that most people seem to think that criticism equals canceling. Yeah, you're very right about that, actually, because most people aren't like saying, get her off of Twitch, ban her, you know, stop deplatform her or whatever. I have not seen a single take like that, and I'm sure it's a wide array of people. There possibly could be people who are in fact saying that, but like, this is criticism, this is discussion. I don't see the big deal about that. Like, you can criticize people for doing things. Actually, okay, never mind. Actually, in Bebe's case, a lot of people are saying that. Really, I have not seen a single one, but there always is, I guess. Personally, I haven't seen any of that. I'm not sure why, but I've noticed that recently there has been an increase of people that get easily offended by the smallest details. Snowflake? No, we call them woke scolds, which is, you know, a problem in the left of people being hyper policing language and stuff like that, because it makes the left look a little intense, not very positive. But I don't know if all of that discussion falls into that category. Maybe it does, but maybe it doesn't. New genders just dropped: neurospicy, neurobland, and neurosaman.
Neurospicy was called that at school a lot, so I don't like it, but I don't mind people saying it to me or around me if it's people I trust them and they are my friends, because I know they don't mean it, but there are nicer words to use out there. And this person saying, I'm autistic myself. I don't like the word usage when it's to attack / name call someone. If autistic people use it to just call themselves it, that's their choice, but calling someone else it is where it teeters. Now, the whole point of me showing all of those responses is they're diverse, okay?
They are diverse. He's right on that. Yeah, snowflakes is such an... like, over here, I feel like it's such an old term. Snowflakes is kind of... It's a tainted term. It's a term that's been used too much. I don't know. I wouldn't call people that, personally. That's not a slur. Snowflakes is not a slur. Talking about slurs, obviously. But yeah. Yeah. Tenchi has his own opinion on the matter. I think we should hear him out.
Okay, there's some people saying you outright can never say it under any circumstance. Some people saying it's okay in general. Some people saying under certain context it's okay. The point being, there is no one set consensus about this word. However, people are going to ignore that and come out and speak on the behalf of everyone. You have VTubers like this.
Okay, are you gonna read this, or am I gonna read this, or is nobody gonna read this? This is on screen for a little bit, so...
We're always involved in drama, speaking on behalf of everyone and saying you can't reclaim it, and that it's only offensive and you should never say it, and yet you have people with mental disabilities disagreeing with them. You are literally silencing and speaking on behalf of people who don't agree with you. They don't uniformly agree with you. And I know it's inevitable that someone's going to like screenshot this video or subtweet about me and say I'm a bully and ableist for even talking about this stuff.
No, I think honestly Ref's take is pretty mild on this one. Marina, I don't know Marina. I don't know her. I've never seen her tweet before, but yeah. I'm not on the side of Marina on this one. Damn, I wanted this to be a spicy Ref video, but it's not a spicy Ref video, at least not yet.
But notice, I have not said anyone
His take is so mild on this one, which is,
it is
I guess that's good. My take is mild too, but that's like, I didn't come here for a mild take. You know her, unfortunately. Oh boy. by the end of the year, Snowflake will be a slur too. That doesn't work though. That doesn't work though. That's not how that works.
Personal opinion about this topic. Everyone has their own personal.
Yes, I want to hear your cool and base take. Give me your cool and base take, please. I want to hear all your takes. Say it around people who are comfortable with it, and don't call people unless they're your friends are okay with it. How's my take? I like your take. Your take's fine. Hi, Addiction again. Yeah, this is one of Ref's more mild takes, which is somewhat normal for him. Okay, so he's like more of like a centrist type person, I guess. In my opinion, he should be neutral as a news host. I mean, is he a news host or is he a commentary guy? Again, what is this about? This is about Vebe saying the R slur. That's basically the summary of it all.
Opinion
yes.
About the use of this word. And I'm not saying any of these people...
No, you have finals. No, the drama hurts your head. Oh, no. That's me, though. I will be like, damn, time to watch my comfort streamers. Meanwhile, my comfort streamers talk about politics always. It's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna tune into my comfort streamers for such comforting topics like murder. I don't think anyone should say the R word. In fact, I don't think anyone should say anything ever. So just shut up and take a nap. Uber-based. Uber-duber-based.
Invalid. If you find it offensive, that's fine. If you have your certain personal belief of when it's okay, that's fine. If you want to oust it from me...
Yeah, I love how I'm just pausing every 2 seconds to reply to chat. But that is streaming, isn't it? So... yeah, my Twitter did not show me this specific person either. I do like to be kept up on, like, drama in quotation marks. I mean, is this drama or is this news? Is this... what is this? I guess it is drama, probably. Whatever. Words are overrated. Let's just be silent. Let's be silent. Take a moment, be silent. I agree. No, but what I wanted to say, my comfort game is Valorant. That's cute. And horrible, actually. Very horrible. Yeah, Joestar said, kind of. He's more right-leaning. He just tries to appear more centered. That is like 99.99999% of right-leaning people is like, oh, I'm a centrist. But actually, where the fuck is your center, bro? Kind of. Silence. Let's be silent. Good night, PJ. Good night.
Community.
Oh yeah, your take. I want to read your take too. You're autistic, ADHD, 20 years old. If you're not using the R word in a way to offend someone, I don't care if people say it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
That's fine. But the point is, there's no universal agreement, and yet people are going to come out and speak on the behalf of everyone like this when people disagree, including people with mental disabilities. And it's like, who made you the CEO of slurs? Why do you...
Bro, I want to be the CEO of slurs.
You have to speak for everyone when people don't agree with you. And again, I'll be called a bully, but I'm not saying anyone's opinion on this matter is invalid, and I'm not saying who can or can't say it. I'm just presenting the fact that there is a wide range of responses to this topic, and we've seen that with all these different opinions from these
CEO of
VTubers.
slurs,
but
bro.
moving on, we have some more responses.
Yes. Give me the spicy takes. I want the spicy takes. I came here for spice, and I'm getting not much. Which, you know, to be fair, same. I'm also not giving spice, because I don't have a very spicy opinion on this specific subject, but there you go. CEO of slurs is such a line,
that I think are worth looking at. So, this person said, I personally don't support Vebe for her continued issues with behavior and the community that she curates, and this really genuinely solidifies that.
Vibes. Actually, that's a good... Tenji, can you stop? This is a really, really good take. I wonder what Rev's gonna say about this. I don't know. This is a really good take. That actually is something I feel like I haven't gone into yet, and I should have, because the type of community that you have, the type of space that you've created really puts things into perspective depending on your use of certain words. Like, you can say shit... If you've made your stance on a lot of issues very clear, like if you're a leftist content creator, I feel like if you say things like that, for instance, that puts it into a very different perspective than if somebody who's heavily right-leaning says certain things. You know what I mean? Like, it matters who you are more than just if you like have ADHD or something. If who you are and who you present yourself as and what type of audience you've curated, I think makes a lot of difference depending on how your words are perceived and interpreted. That's actually a very, very good point. Thank you, Thorn. Maybe I'll follow Thorn on Twitter. Then she's just letting his voice be heard. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have shut him up. Right, freedom of speech. We're in Germany. We have that too, do we? Not like America, probably.
That I'm autistic,
yeah, it's more commentary.
I do a great job at masking, but that word is purely derogatory. It feels unacceptable. We need to hold all creators to the same standard regardless of size. Just because someone is a huge streamer doesn't mean they should be able to get away with something that would be an issue if done by a smaller streamer. We are better than that. We deserve better than that.
Yep, the first part of this paragraph thing, whatever, the statement, I vibe with very heavily. You gotta look at it in perspective to what you do, what type of content you create, what type of, like, person you are, I guess. Oh, you know what I should have done, like, 7 hours ago? I'm such a bad news dice streamer. Oh well.
So, I kind of, like, get what this person's saying, but in this whole, like, concept of accountability dealing with this issue, I think these people got it wrong, okay? Clearly, there's going to be some people in Veibe's community that's going to be upset about this, right? She comes from Vshoujo, okay? There's a certain sect of the Vshoujo fan base that is appalled by these kind of things, the use of the R word, okay? But she clearly doesn't want to cater to those people, and the majority of her audience is okay with it, clearly based on their reaction to her using it on her stream. The reaction at the moment in her chat and everything was positive.
Yeah, the community she's cultivating is maybe not the best. Let's just put it like that. From what I've seen, I have not seen that much. My take is the same with the Swedish meatball word. What the fuck is that? I mean, don't say it, but what is that? This is coming from a bisexual man. If you're saying it in a no good way to offend someone, I don't care if someone says it. I don't know what that is. The streamer makes the chat. This is true. This is a reality that I've come to terms with as well. You know, like if you don't like certain aspects of your community, then you need to work on changing that. That's what you got to do. Same with like the streamer or the content creator curates their community. This goes back to the whole IDubbbz thing as well. People talked about that. Like some people would say, oh, IDubbbz can't be held accountable for the extreme right-wing community he accumulated with his old content. And one would argue, no, he actually can be held accountable. Like if your entire audience, or let's say not entire, but like if you're in majority of your audience, or even like a strong 51% is extremist right-wing assholes, then that is probably not good. Then you've probably done something wrong. You've made a misstep. And as a content creator, you can always work towards bettering your audience. You can always work towards shaping them and molding them in a way that you want them to be. Not want them to be, but you know, that reflects yourself, I guess. It's maybe a better term for it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, the F word. Why is it Swedish? Swedish meatballs are called that. The F slur, not word. Word as fuck. A brand of meatballs. I never heard of that before. But yeah. Vibes. I agree.
And you can find that to be gross or bad or whatever. That's fine.
Anyway, continue,
But
Rev.
she's not being held accountable when you talk about her on Twitter. It doesn't matter. You're not canceling her by talking about this. You can.
Well, I don't think this person wanted to cancel her. I think this person just wanted to do to provoke a conversation, which is literally happening right now. I don't know. Seems good.
Say all you want on Twitter. It doesn't matter. Her community doesn't have a problem with it, or at least the large majority of her community. You can't cancel someone if their main audience isn't leaving, right? You can talk about her all you want. That's why I find this whole thing to be just kind of pointless. All you're doing is bringing more...
Yeah, definitely. Talking about societal issues is completely pointless, and we should never do it. We should never critically examine language. That sounds stupid. Why would you do that? Exercise, critical thinking? What are you? A weeb? a dweeb? A nerd? Are you a nerd? Are you gonna exercise critical thinking, you nerd? Boo. Who does that? That's such a weird take. That is such a weird take. It's like, yeah, never ever talk about anything. I know, this is hyperbole. Don't take this literally. But you know, sure. Like, what is that take? Yeah, don't talk about it. It doesn't make a difference, so you shouldn't talk about it. Yeah, sure, whatever. He's the government. Talking about people equals canceling, and also that's like in the same sense. He said, oh, they're trying to cancel her by talking about her on Twitter, but also it's impossible. You cannot cancel her because her audience will stick with her, so talking about her on Twitter is useless. Which one is it? Like, is it canceling, or is it talking about, which is an issue which is ultimately completely useless? Pick your statement. Pick your statement. Anyway.
More attention to Veibe and her re-debut stream, and you're promoting her by talking about this subject matter and trying to hold her accountable.
Well, you didn't promote her to me. Like, I saw those tweets. Am I gonna watch a Vebe stream now? No. Was I watching a Vebe stream before? No, granted. So this isn't the canceling, obviously. But, like, I don't think people who are like me, for instance, would see this and be like, PogChamp, Vebe. I think the other people would be aware of that. You know, the others, those people who maybe are like, oh, hell yeah, somebody who says slurs, baby. I think they get, they become aware in different ways. Like, this is not gonna make that big of an impact, I think. He makes that take a lot in his video. Oh yeah, some right-leaning people seem to think you shouldn't think critically about things. Yeah, because that's what leads you to rightism. My favorite mental illness is just don't think critically. Just accept it. Just follow some people and then you can vibe. Yeah, it's basically just saying talking crap on Twitter is pointless. But like, you know, never have conversations. Why would you? Glasses plus 10, 3 intelligence. B glasses 300 obviously intelligence. Duh. I hate it when people get offended for a community they aren't a part of, though. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Like, if you're like speaking on behalf of people that you're not a well, actually, wait a second. I'm walking this back a little bit. If they get offended for people that they are not, I agree. That's like stupid. Don't get offended. But you can talk about issues that pertain to a community that you're not a part of. Like, you can have your opinions on people even though you're not a part of that community. If they're well thought out opinions, you know, they can be valuable and stuff like that. But I think that's not what you meant, I think. So yeah. Yes.
Now, I do disagree with this last part about how large streamers don't get held accountable like small streamers.
We don't have KegW. Should I add KegW? Yeah, you talk in the background while
I got news for you. Twitter dogpiles everyone. They just kind of pick their favorite targets and keep going, and that includes both large streamers and small streamers. How many times have you seen Twitter go after people like Maury Calliope or Silvervale or the usual suspects? The second they make the tiniest mistake or even anything slightly...
Well, I mean, Silvervale said some shit. I don't know, mate.
Controversial. It happens to anyone, regardless of their size. And again, I just don't think we should hold streamers and VTubers on such high moral pedestals. Like, these people aren't meant to be role models. If you think...
They have audiences of, like... They have like 1 million people watching them. I think they are responsible for the content they put out there. It's not like they're just little babies rolling through the internet like, ooh, gaga, I said a slur. Why would you hold me responsible for what I say? Why are you holding me responsible for the words that I say? Huh? Okay. I bought some coffee. Nice. Get some coffee in. I'm talking about the Hogwarts stuff. I am talking about the Hogwarts stuff. Yes. Mostly the response to the response. Yeah.
I think Vebe was like gonna be somebody's role model on how to act properly. Like, you haven't seen her before. Like, she's not the morally righteous person. Like, anyone looking up to her is pretty stupid, if you ask me, right? And she's always had kind of this sense of humor. Like, this whole use of the R word was not surprising to...
That doesn't make it better. Newsflash. Like, I know this is a comparison. We can talk about comparisons. Like, if this is a comparison, this is not me saying that Vebe literally is this. If a Nazi says a Nazi thing, that doesn't make the Nazi thing better. You know, just because it's not surprising doesn't mean that makes it any better. I would argue that makes it worse, actually. Thank you. Again, this was a comparison. This does not mean that I think she's a Nazi. I do not think that she's a Nazi. Thank you.
The people like me. And, you know, I don't know why this changes everything so much with her. And she wants to be edgy, like, obviously. Like, she's to the point of being corny, talking about how edgy she is. And she clearly did this for attention, and people are giving it to her by talking about her. And she's going to get a lot of positive attention. Yes, I mean, a lot of people are offended, and some people are going to leave from her community, but the majority are staying, and a lot of people just got reintroduced to her, or introduced to her, because of this whole topic. But moving on, I think this was a pretty good response.
I like that he didn't crop out the Bowser picture. My eyes were immediately drawn towards the Bowser picture, by the way. If they were talking about the issue of a community and their opinion, I agree. They can throw their input into the mix. But if you're getting offended because someone said a word, plus, then that person shouldn't come to the defense of the community they aren't a part of. Yeah, it's like a difference between arguing about like opinions and being offended at something, I think, personally. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I think so. That also includes people who have a family member that's a part of the community. You still don't get involved. I have a trans brother, but I wouldn't get involved in someone saying the trans slur because it's not my place to be offended. No, I don't agree with that. Like, maybe it's not your place to get offended or whatever, but I think you can certainly have an opinion on, well, maybe not the slur specifically, like, I don't know how much you should care about somebody saying the slur, but generally, like, issues pertaining to people of a marginalized group that you're not a part of, I think you totally can have an opinion on that and can speak out about that. I think it's actually very good when people speak out about that, like, same with, for instance, like, I don't know, black issues, feminist issues. Sometimes it's pretty good to have, like, a white cis male speak out for issues like that because they have the largest voice by default in our society moment. I think it's very good when people speak out against that. Bowser has a magnetic attraction, yeah. Oh yeah, I'll throw in my opinion, but I won't get offended on behalf of my brother. Okay. Probably worded it poorly. Okay, no, that's fine. We can have a talk about this. I vibe. Hi, Bryden, by the way. Hello. Yeah, we can have a talk about this. Don't worry about it. I see what you mean. I think
there are many funnier/nicer words to use. A lot of people don't understand how hurtful it can be, but to each their own. I usually ignore it because it's usually said for attention. And like I just said, it was done for attention. If this wasn't such an edgy word for people to use and it didn't get people attention, Vebe wouldn't have said it. She said it because she wanted to get a drive out of people, to get their attention and to get people.
And that is good. Because why?
Talking about her. I mean, she just re-debuted. And really, for a lot of people, they will take the negative attention as just attention in general and consider it a win. Even if there's people...
Again, there it is. There's that argument. Again. It's like, how dare you call out anybody? You're calling out people? Aha, W for them. They got the attention.
People are mad.
Sure.
Because they'll say, well, those people were never going to be a part of my community anyways, and I don't want them to be. So I'm going to say something edgy and offend them and keep them out and then have my name being talked about and drive new people into my community who do not have a problem with people saying that word. But
I like how he like presents this point as though that is a good thing. It's like, wow, Uber based. It's actually not that great of a thing to do, and I think people can call out behavior that they don't agree with.
Moving on,
Shocking.
There's a lot of people saying this kind of mentality of like the I'm not offended people. WTF, do y'all want to meddle? It's offensive point blank. There's so many other actually funny things to say. A whole slur isn't one of them. And like I showed you guys earlier, there's plenty of people with mental disabilities who are saying they're not offended by this, or at least under certain context, they are not offended. So again, you're just speaking on behalf of people who sometimes disagree with you. And I think that's like, I don't know, it's kind of narcissistic to believe you can speak for them. But moving on, another person said, this is 2023, not 1999.
Why 1999? What happened in 1999? I didn't even read the rest of it. What happened in 1999? Was that a bad year? Or good year? Anyway. No, yeah, I get that, Wolfie. I get that, yeah. Is he just saying it's cool because she's not canceled and it was edgy, not hurtful? I don't know. Don't think he's exactly saying don't talk about this stuff. More like since she did it for attention, calling her out as a reward, which you generally agree. What happened in 1999? I thought it was a girl. No, just a girl avatar. I love 1999. 1999 was a good year. Yeah, he's basically. It's a weird angle to attack this from, though, in my opinion. That's just a weird angle to take. If your only point about this is she did it for attention, Pog champ, favorite year, good year, 1999, good year, I agree. And it sounds like what we call liberal here. Yep. Fucking liberals, bro. I hate liberals. It wasn't meant to offend. It was meant for profit, and that's okay. Real. Very valid. Yes, I love people changing their opinions. I love people learning. It's great. People should do it more.
I don't think it's socially or publicly acceptable to continue using it.
That's why.
Even if a lot of us grew up with it. Now, I get what they're saying, but it is true. A lot of people grew up with this. But this is not 1999. You could say 2018. Like, you can go back even a couple of years.
Yeah, language changes. I am... Shocking. I don't know. Yeah, I have opinions, and it really changes or affirms based on what I listen and read. Yeah, of course, naturally, yes. I think the poster got the year wrong. I think it was meant to be a year where the R word was used a lot. Yeah, probably. I guess he just Hiki Channel just picked it at random, probably. I don't know. She said she was holding back out of respect for Bishoujo, and this is what that means. I don't see how trying to be edgy for attention or attention seeking makes it better. Yeah, right? Like, it's just, yeah. Hi, Greed, by the way. Hello. Learning is nice.
Just a casual YouTuber,
Learning
not
is
even
good.
an edgy
I want to learn
YouTuber,
more. I want to learn so much more.
And find a video of them saying this word, the R word.
A lot.
Like, it's been a pretty mainstream thing for many, many years, and it's only the last couple of years where it's really been pushed out.
Again, language changes.
You can say it was always wrong, but it wasn't that long ago that really the backlash you'd receive for saying that word was very, very minimal, especially compared to now. So it wasn't that long ago. I just kind of wanted to point that out.
I always find it super funny when rightoids like refer back to 2016 or something, and are like, it was okay then. Why isn't it okay now? Have you ever considered linguistics? No? Okay, cool. Vibes. No backlash doesn't mean it's not wrong, right? That first of all, and second of all, the cultural climate has changed. How, like, things are different than they were 5 years ago or whenever. Okay? It's even more years ago. Like, what's your point? It doesn't make sense. People, they keep saying that all of the time. It's such an annoying point for me because, like, language changes, bro. Linguistics is so interesting. I fucking love linguistics. Anyway. Well, back in the day, things are different, you know?
But, moving on from that, this is kind of like the most annoying bunch out of this whole debate. People using this to promote their own community.
Yeah, okay. I mean, go off. Why not? It's Twitter. Come promote yourself.
This person's saying, regardless of the debate.
This tweet literally doesn't even have a single like. Like, why are you calling this person out? I mean, you censored their name and everything. Like, this tweet doesn't even have a single like. Like, who cares? Honestly, who cares?
Or whether it's acceptable or wrong, my community will always be a place where you never...
But yeah, nostalgia is a powerful thing. Maybe that's like it. Maybe that couples into it. That, you know, they're like, ooh, back in the day, we could say slurs. And also I was happier because I was literally a teenager living at home and vibing. And now I have adult responsibilities. So these two things, my happiness back then and my ability to say slurs, must be inextricably linked. Maybe, perhaps. But yeah, it makes sense to be happier in the past because usually, like, if you were a teenager or whatever in the past... as opposed to in the future. I mean, some people are kids, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, of course you're gonna look back fondly. Mostly you look back fondly on your past, barring some exceptions. Same kind of person who are like, this is just a word, it's not important, and then will be like, Professor, how dare you? Yeah, this is very true as well. Maybe they're nostalgic for the slur. Yeah, maybe. Things are changing, people are learning. You wouldn't ask a surgeon from 1960 to operate on you, over one from 2024, because it was good surgery back then, back in the good old days when they just put leeches on you and hoped for the best. Back in the good old days when they removed teeth, because that'll do it. Like, oh, you have a stomach ouchie? We'll pull out your teeth. Yeah, I want that back. I would like that.
Have to worry about whether you're going to hear these words. That's, by the way, an impossible thing to promise. You can't stop people from just entering your community and saying things like...
Well, I mean, you can ban them. You can ban them, generally. You know? That is something streamers can do.
Wholesome Chungus 100 your community is, and whatever promises you make based around that, you cannot prevent bad actors from entering your community. You can respond to them in certain ways, but people are going to say and do whatever they want. You can't make an outright promise that you'll never see something bad in your community.
That's just silly semantics, I think. That's just silly semantics. Yeah, okay, somebody used it in a skit. I feel like in skits, you know, it's like a different sort of line again that you need to find to toe. Yeah. Rev and others like him are known for finding random Twitches with little to no likes, with bad takes, and claiming everybody's liked them. Fun! That's so logical. He's saying this like he's gonna come in and say a slur. Yeah. Literally, he's like, oh, you think you're safe? Well, wait till we show. What the fuck, bro?
And I mean, it kind of makes sense.
People can make multiple accounts. It's true. Like, yeah, of course, 100%. Nothing's 100% ever. But like, that's a silly definition debate, I feel like.
double-digit followers believing they can do this while promoting their stream through this whole controversy. You have another one like this saying, instead of watching Vebe, you should come watch me, and promoting their time. And I play games with friends who don't say slurs.
I mean, I really just don't care about that. Like, who cares? Who cares if somebody uses this to promote their fucking Twitch or whatever? Obviously, it's not working too well for them. No hate to them. I don't know who they are. But, like, who cares? Who gives a fuck?
Like, I don't know. You get censored.
It is a shameless promotion. Yeah, it's like... Also, why would you do that? Very much, I'm not, like, on the side of the people who promote under there. But also, it's such a non-issue. I don't know. I wouldn't call that out. Because I don't care.
You're not getting your name in my video because no free clout. This is pretty pathetic behavior. Here's one more for the road. Instead of watching Vebe, you should watch me instead.
Yeah, people do that.
No, I don't think I will. Mm-hmm. And this was kind of I should have probably started with this one, but I think it's a funny point. People were mad at the original thread because the person says the word. They were mad just from the get-go because they didn't censor the use of the word. And then I also see some other people saying
I don't mind that.
It in response and saying it's offensive without censoring themselves. It's like, again, nobody agrees on a single approach to this word, and it's just kind of a mess. I mean, what did we learn from all of this? Absolutely nothing. I mean, I think in this video, a lot of people think this video is controversial.
You made very few controversial points, although some. I found some little parts to hook my teeth into, but not a lot. They are promoting themselves, doing it for profit, which is wrong. Unlike using slurs to get attention and profit, which is fine and literally so goated. Yeah, fucking liberal. Jesus Christ.
I would like people to point out where I said anything controversial. I mean, I'm just saying there is a wide range of
very
how people
mild take.
treat this word, and there's not a single consensus on how people feel. And anyone claiming on behalf of others that there is one way of viewing this, they're narcissists, and they're abusing their position to speak on behalf of people, including people with mental disabilities, who disagree with their viewpoint. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Please be respectful in the comments section, but share your thoughts. It's a very personal topic for a lot of people, and
sure, we could look at the comment section a little bit too. It wasn't controversial, bro. It was just mostly dumb. It was mostly making points that didn't need to be made, but whatever.
I'm not here to make anyone uncomfortable, but please share your thoughts. I would like to see what you guys have to say, but thanks for watching this video. I know it's a lot. Thanks for hanging in there.
Is
and
it
I'll
a
see
lot?
you guys next time.
I don't know. Okay, cool. Oh no, my recommended. Oh no. Yeah, let's see the comments. I bet the comments will be even more unhinged though. So what's the top liked? Actually, this one has more likes than that one. It's crazy how saying a random word. Broseph, commenters are so dumb on YouTube. It's so funny. Like, I don't even have a strong opinion on the original issue, as you know, but still, it's crazy how saying a random word is the worst thing ever, but someone actually hurting people isn't. A random word. Yeah, totally. The word that we were discussing is a 100% a random word. Could have been anything. It could have been rain. It could have been the word rain. It could have been the word potato. Yeah, it's 100% a random word with no context, no history, and nothing. That's the dumbest video. That's the dumbest comment I've ever seen. Oh my god, that's so funny. Jesus Christ. I also always love the comparison. This is something people write a lot. Comments, dangerous and toxic place. It's true. This is something people write a lot. It's like same thing that Moist Critical said about the iDubbbz video a few days back, where he's like, he was just saying slurs. It's not like he was killing people. Yeah, I know. Nobody said he was killing people. Like, you don't have to compare it. Like, just because something is bad and another thing is worse, there's always a worse thing somebody could do. Oh, he just killed one person. He could have killed two people. Like, why are we complaining about this? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah, don't be offended on somebody's behalf, though. Yeah, you can talk about the use of the word, but, like, being offended, you don't need to be offended. I agree. Again, this one is somebody comparing the culture of the 90s with the culture of right now, which you can compare, but using a comparison like this is very non-fruitful. Doesn't make sense. Don't need to do that. Hell, if you need a statement from a person who's a part of the ADHD and autistic community, you'll give me your statement. Honestly, I'm like I have not been diagnosed, so therefore, I'm not gonna say anything officially, but like recently, I think like I'm 80% sure that, I may be part of one of those communities as well. But there's no space. There's no people around, no doctors around who have free spaces to talk to me, so I will never know. As someone who grew up in the 90s, it amazes me that you can have hundreds of people around the world debating the deep meaning behind some random playground insult. Again, it's not random. It is not random. It has a history. Words are not random, but still.